Machiavelli Mills TV here now. Your boy Nick Saban, he didn't got beside himself now. He didn't truly went off the deep end and he out his damn mind. And y'all know he getting older now. And when some individuals, when they get older, the less they care about the things that come out their mouth. They say what they want to say, whether it's disrespectful, whether it's rude or not. Sometimes they tend to get even more rude as they get up in age. And listen to what this man had to say about his former player. Listen to what he had to say about starting safety Ronnie Harrison that plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars now. Listen to your boy.
Now we have guys that have no draft grades, 7th round grades, free agent grades, 5th round grades that are going out for the draft. And, the person that loses in that is the player. You got your 3rd round draft pick, and we had one here last year. I'm not mentioning any names. Goes and starts for his team, so he's making 3rd round money, which is not that great. Be the first guy taken in his position this year probably, and make $15, $18 million more. When people make emotional decisions, they're going to have to suffer some really difficult consequences for themselves in the future.
So he talking about when people make emotional decisions. Nick Saban, cut it out. You sound absolutely emotional right now. You sound too damn upset about a player who left your team a year ago. You sound way too mad. And this is the thing. See, Nick, he talking about it really hurts the kid and all this and all that. No, it hurts your program. And I wonder now how this will affect your... kids still going to go to Alabama because they want to go pro, and they know that Nick Saban has been known to produce professional players because Alabama's, they're always winning games. They're always in national championship conversation. But at the same time, you go into these kids' living rooms every year and tell them you're working in the best interest of the child. But now you getting mad now. You get upset because last year, or this past year, your team got smoked out. Trevor Lawrence was out there shredding, slicing, and dicing your defense. And now a lot of your top defensive players have declared to go to the draft when they had 1 year of eligibility left. And now you're trying to criticize a kid for making his own decision and choosing to take his life into his own hands and become a pro because you feel like he wasn't ready. You talking about it's a big difference in him making big money, making some millions of dollars, and now he's really making not that much. First of all, excuse me, you want him to sit and stay in college where he's not getting paid at all while you sitting and resting on a $10 million contract? You the highest paid individual, one of the highest paid individuals in the state, coaching them, and they not getting paid for their sweat equity. They not getting paid for what they produce on the field. And I know a lot of people going to say, well, it's Alabama. Them kids getting some type of payment. They get some type of payment. Well, listen, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. And for two, if they getting paid under the table, they risking themselves getting their eligibility cut if it's ever found out. And then they get a chance. They don't have a chance to go to the draft at all. So what's wrong with this man going and taking his future into his own hands and go and become a professional instead of staying in college where it's a cap put on his earning potential? He can't even have, a coach can't even buy his mama groceries if he's struggling without it being an NCAA violation, right? He can't even get money from a coach to put groceries in his house to go get a pizza, to go hang out. He can't even do that without it being a violation. You getting paid all this mega millions of dollars for the product of those kids. Yeah, you coaching them, but them kids out there on the field doing the work. And you're not getting paid a penny of what you getting paid. You out your man, Nick Saban. Just because a player is they could have got substantially more. Excuse me, what? Ronnie Harrison getting what? $400,000, $500,000? That's a lot damn more than what he was making at the University of Alabama. I guarantee you that. And then he gonna say, I'm not gonna say no names. But that's the most petty stuff I ever seen in my life. For real, you're not gonna say no names when we know it's only one player from Alabama that went in the 3rd round. We know that. So Nick Saban, who you think you kidding, bro? Like, come on, man. I did not like this at all. Nick Saban he's upset because he know last year there were individuals who were talking about how Alabama got blown out the water by Clemson, how his defense was exposed, and how now he's feeling some type of way and he getting mad at the players for changing their mind, or not changing their mind, for going against what he feels is the grain and going and becoming professionals. We know what this is, man. In the last couple of years, Nick Saban's defense has been scrutinized, has been criticized heavily because they've been in close shootouts with teams. And people saying, and the defense pulls off one big play at the end to pull them away, and the offense finishes the job. And people have been saying Nick Saban's defense has been looking suspect these last couple of years, where, in particular, the national championship games. When they playing Clemson in there, they be cutting through their defense all the time. And people like, okay, yeah, Nick Saban doing his thing, but the defense been looking shaky. And now he getting upset because the player's leaving early. He wants them to stay there where they could risk getting injured, like Marcus Lattimore. I remember Marcus Lattimore came back to South Carolina, got injured, never was the same. Couldn't even have an NFL pro career. Coming back, trying to stay loyal to the program, he want to stay, and then look what happened. He injured, can't do nothing. So it just kills me, Nick Saban, with this, man. And again, this is a coach that comes into players' living room every year to tell their parents, I work in the best interest of your child. I'm going to make sure they're good. But when a child makes a decision, he's a young man. When you're a junior in college, you're about 21, you're a man. He wants to make a decision to change his family's life and pursue his dreams, and you get mad and want to hold him back. And Nick Saban really mad because I know him and Ronnie Harrison had this conversation before he left. And it wasn't revealed now, but now Nick Saban want to air it out in the public. And he want to let everybody know, even though he not saying no names, that I'm not saying no names, but you mentioning the player went in the third round, and he the only one that went in the third round. That's just like saying, I'm not going to point any fingers and then pointing your elbow in the direction of the person. Get up out of here, man. That's childish, man. I can't believe that. Like, really? You just mad because them guys are not there to help your team stay the best defensive team in the nation. That's what it is, man. You getting mad because your players leaving early, going to pursue the pros, and they're not staying to help secure your national championships. You've been a great coach, Nick. And this is coming from a guy who's been a fan of Alabama, who felt like Nick Saban was I still feel like he's a great coach, but wrong is wrong, and I'm calling it like I see it. He out of line for that, man. And then it just kills me, man. Like, and I know that him and Ronnie Harrison had this conversation before he left. And Nick Saban probably was expressing to him how he shouldn't do this and he shouldn't do that, how he needs to come back. It reminds me of that situation with Mark Sanchez and Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll felt like Mark should have came back and Mark declared for the draft. Now, Mark turned out to be a bust, but at the same time, he collected him some nice checks instead of staying at USC and being a movie star or a superstar in Hollywood and getting nothing or getting a little chump change at USC throwing him instead of getting the millions or getting the big bag from the NFL. Whether you felt like he was ready or not, he had the decision as a man. He made the decision to leave. Let him stay upon his decision. Ronnie Harrison is a starter. Had a very, very solid season. He gonna get his bag. He gonna get his check. But it's substantially more than whatever he could possibly get at Alabama. Because they got too many players for him to be getting no 400, 500,000. So people Nick Saban trying to talk all this and talk all of that. Nah, bruh. Nah, let that man go get his money and pursue his dreams. Don't get mad because they're not there to help you secure what you need, what you want. You want your legacy, and your legacy is already cemented. But you upset because your team got embarrassed. They got ripped to shreds from Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, and now you want to point fingers at this guy, and that guy leaving early, and now they making substantially less than what they're supposed to get. Who cares? He's not complaining about it. You complaining about it. Like, come on, man. I didn't fool with that at all. And see, all Nick Saban's job is when a player comes to him at the end of the year and asks him, coach, I'm thinking about going to the draft. I want to pursue a professional career in football. I really want to make that next leap. Nick Saban is just supposed to tell him what the scouts are saying, where he's projected to go. Not, you need to say, come back and stay. I'm going to be mad if you don't stay. It's going to piss me off. He got that whole pissed off demeanor, looking like Billy Bob Thornton up here. I always thought him and Billy Bob Thornton was cousins, or long lost cousins, or distant cousins, or brothers, or something. I don't know. But look, he's so damn mad and pissed off. Like, this happened a whole year ago, and you still mad about that? I know it comes down to the fact that he lost the national championship, man. He losing national championships back to back, and now he looking funny. So, nah, man. Again, I'm not even trying to hate on Nick, because Nick is a great coach, and Alabama was doing a damn thing. And I was a fan of Alabama this year, all the other years. Big fan of the team. And I feel like Nick Saban is a great coach. I feel like he Bill Belichick of the NCAAs. But wrong is wrong, man. And I don't condone that. I don't salute that at all. I just thought it was so clowned out, and I'm stuttering over my words, but I couldn't believe Nick Saban. Really? You gonna stoop that low? What that man did to you? And Ronnie Harrison, like, man, coaches get so butthurt. Like, do you really care about the success of the kid? Do you? Or do you care about the success of your program? Because at the end of the day, we all know that when Nick Saban win these national championships, he get a big bonus check on top of that big bread he already making. He get a big time bonus check. And he keep his job and he get to sit comfortably as long as he's producing winning teams, especially national champions. He knows that. So now he's going to make these kids feel bad if they want to leave early. Going to make them feel down about their decision. And don't do that to their kid. That kid already needs all the confidence in the world to be a successful pro, to make that jump into a realm that they've never been in before, but a realm that they dreamed of going. And now you going to talk down on them for their decision that they making? You sound clowned out, Nick Saban. Get up out of here, man. And he's been so upset and so angry over the last couple of years. Like, even his interactions with the media. I would think that a grown man, an older guy, that's been around the way for so long, would understand that the media has a job to do. Whether you like it or not, whether you like what they're saying or whether you don't, they have a job to do. They don't want to interview you for fun, and you getting all mad and getting all hostile with them. I seen it when he got hostile. What's the lady? What the reporter that interviewed him? What's the young lady name, man? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He will quit asking and all that. Like, man, he just getting all upset and heated. Like, boy, I did not fool with this from Nick Saban at all. And I feel like it could be a turnoff to some guys that may want to come play for Nick Saban. It's some guys that's not going to be attracted to that bravado. Some guys is going to still, despite not being attracted to what Nick Saban is saying and what he doing, they know it's a football factory, an NFL factory, and they're bound to go to the league. But at the same time, do you want to play for a coach that's going like, you make a decision and you know you do well, and he's still throwing shots at you in the media? Well, the fact that he'll throw a shot at you in the first place for making a decision that's for you and your family. We got to remember, a lot of the times these kids, these young guys coming from a situation where a lot of them coming from poverty. They don't have much. Shoot, they mother need to live in a better neighborhood than what she's living in. They need to live in better conditions. They need the light, the gas. You know, they need all of that on. We need hot water. They need all of that. And, you know, the way to get it is go to the NFL, do your thing, get your contract, play well, and get another contract to make millions on millions. Not to stay here and to college as long as possible and to be ultimately working for free. If you feel like you're good enough to play in the NFL, make that leap. Go ahead. Why should you be condemned for that? And then be rated and try to be like, basically talking to the man condescending, like when they act off emotion. You sound emotional, Nick. You sound emotional because your team lost a national championship in a devastating way. And you got other individuals that may feel like your defense has been overrated. And this and that. And, you know, that's what make people think the NCAA can be some huge hypocrites. Because at the end of the day, a coach can go and make a leap from the NCAA to the NFL, and the kids left in a win. He recruited those kids. Them kids left in a win. Coaching staff can leave and change and do what they want to do, go to the NFL at their own leisure. And people will be like, the kid better not dare get mad at their coach. The coach expects all the kids to understand his decision and to be fine with it. right? But when a moment that a kid takes their own destiny in their hands and do what they want to do, then you get mad, disgruntled coaches. Mad, disgruntled coaches out here, dare I say it. Dare I say it. Out here acting like bitter baby mamas and bitter ex-girlfriends. Nick Saban, you better than this, dog. For real? Nah, man, I ain't rolling with Nick Saban on this at all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Peace.